$1,000 might not seem like much in today's world, but here's the truth that most people overlook. That single bill sitting in your account right now could be the foundation of something extraordinary. Not because of the amount itself, but because of what happens when you understand how to make it work for you. Most people treat their first $1,000 like it's too small to matter. They spend it on things that fade away or let it sit idle, watching inflation slowly eat away at its value. But what if that $1,000 could multiply into tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands over time? The difference between financial struggle and financial freedom often starts with one simple decision. The decision to stop treating money like something you just spend and start treating it like something that can grow. Before diving into investments, there's one critical step that cannot be skipped: building a financial safety net. This isn't glamorous advice, but it's essential. An emergency fund acts as a buffer between you and life's inevitable surprises. A broken car, a medical bill, a sudden job loss, these events don't care about your investment plans. Without emergency savings, any unexpected expense becomes a crisis that forces you to liquidate investments at the worst possible time, or rack up high-interest credit card debt. Financial experts recommend having at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved in an easily accessible account. For most people, this might seem like a mountain to climb. But even starting with $500 to $1,000 creates a cushion that prevents financial disasters from derailing your entire strategy. Keep this money in a high-yield savings account where it earns modest interest but remains available when you need it. The goal isn't maximum returns here. The goal is security and peace of mind. Once that foundation is set, the real transformation begins. This is where the concept of compound growth becomes your most powerful ally. Compound growth is often called the eighth wonder of the world, for good reason. It's the process where your money earns returns, and then those returns earn their own returns, creating a snowball effect that builds wealth exponentially over time. Here's a concrete example. Imagine investing $1,000 in an index fund that averages a 7% annual return. After 1 year, that $1,000 becomes $1,070. The following year, you're not just earning returns on your original $1,000, you're earning returns on $1,070. By year 10, that original investment grows to nearly $2,000 without adding a single penny. Leave it for 40 years and it transforms into almost $15,000. But the magic really happens when you combine that initial investment with regular contributions. Let's say you start with $1,000 at age 25 and add just $100 every month. By age 65, assuming a 7% return, you could have over $300,000. Start the same strategy at age 35 instead, and you'd end up with less than half that amount. This demonstrates the most important factor in wealth building. Time matters more than the size of your initial investment. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to compound. Someone who invests $1,000 at age 20 and leaves it untouched until 65 will end up with more than someone who invests the same amount at age 40, even though both held the investment for the same duration from their starting point. Those extra 20 years make all the difference. Now comes the practical question. Where should that first $1,000 actually go? The answer depends on your specific situation, but there are several proven strategies that work for beginners. The first option is contributing to a retirement account. If your employer offers a plan with matching contributions, this should be your top priority. Employer matching is essentially free money. If your company matches 50% of your contributions up to a certain amount, that's an immediate 50% return on your investment. No other investment offers guaranteed returns like that. For those without employer-sponsored plans, or who want to invest beyond their workplace retirement account, individual retirement accounts provide excellent options. Traditional accounts offer tax deductions now, while other types allow your money to grow tax-free for withdrawal in retirement. Both provide significant advantages over regular taxable accounts. Within these retirement vehicles, exchange-traded funds represent one of the best choices for beginners. These funds allow you to own a diversified basket of stocks with a single purchase. Instead of trying to pick individual companies, you can buy into funds that track broad market indexes. This gives you instant diversification across hundreds or thousands of companies, reducing risk while maintaining growth potential. A popular strategy allocates 80% of your investment to diversified index funds and reserves 20% for individual stocks, if you want to take a more active approach. The majority in index funds provides stability and consistent returns, while the smaller portion allows for potential higher gains through selected individual investments. This balance between security and opportunity works well for those just starting their investment journey. Some investors prefer an even simpler approach through target date funds. These automatically adjust their asset allocation as you age, becoming more conservative as retirement approaches. They're designed to be one-stop solutions that require minimal ongoing management. You select a fund with a target date close to when you plan to retire, and it handles the rest. For those who want professional management without high fees, automated investment services offer portfolios based on your risk tolerance and timeline. They use similar principles that human advisors would apply, but at a fraction of the cost. Most allow you to start with minimal investment amounts, making them accessible for anyone beginning with just $1,000. The key principle underlying all these strategies is staying invested. Market volatility is normal and expected. There will be downturns and corrections. But historically, markets have trended upward over long periods. Someone who invested $10,000 in a broad market fund and left it alone through the 2009 financial crisis would have seen it grow to over $170,000 by now. Someone who panicked and sold during the crash would have locked in losses and missed the recovery. This is why emergency funds matter so much. They prevent you from being forced to sell investments during downturns. They let you ride out market fluctuations without stress, knowing your immediate needs are covered. Another crucial factor is minimizing costs. Investment fees might seem small, but they compound negatively over time, just like returns compound positively. A fund charging 1% in annual fees versus one charging 0.1% might not seem like a big difference. But over decades, that gap can cost you tens of thousands of dollars in lost returns. Many people make the mistake of waiting until they have more money before they start investing. They think $1,000 isn't enough to make a difference. But that mindset misses the entire point. Starting small but starting now beats waiting to start big. The habits you build with your first $1,000 create the foundation for long-term success. The psychological shift that happens when you move from being purely a consumer to being an investor cannot be overstated. You start thinking differently about money. You become more intentional with spending. You look for opportunities to increase contributions. That first $1,000 becomes $2,000, then $5,000, then $10,000. The amounts grow, but more importantly, so does your financial literacy and confidence. Your first $1,000 represents more than just money. It represents a choice to take control of your financial future rather than leaving it to chance. A choice to build wealth systematically instead of hoping for lucky breaks. A choice to let time and compound growth work in your favor rather than against you. The path from $1,000 to financial freedom isn't mysterious or complicated. It requires discipline, consistency, and patience, but it's absolutely achievable. Every person who has built significant wealth started somewhere, and for many of them, that somewhere was with an amount that seemed insignificant at the time. The question isn't whether $1,000 is enough to start building wealth. The question is whether you'll start building it today or keep waiting for someday that might never come. That $1,000 sitting in your account right now is waiting to be transformed from a static number into a growing foundation, waiting to be the first step on a journey toward financial security and independence. The only thing holding it back is your decision to begin.